Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 7 of What If Naruto Got all of Kurama powers before the Chunin exams. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and go ahead and check out the final episode on this channel of What If Naruto was awakened by Kushin and enjoyed that guys. And I also post a brand new episode over Anime King of What If Naruto was half Kryptonian and half Saiyan over an Anime King 3 guys. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy guys. And also, over on Anime King 2 I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Sharingan and Byakugan fuse into a new bloodline. So go ahead, check out that and enjoy guys. And also, remember to stick around for the rest of what's coming your way. And I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So yeah, without further ado, what is to be leap right into this new episode. Start the intro. So the last time we left off, because of the recent action of Sasuke Uchiha, he was put to trial, as a lot of people came there and gave their testimony and gave their statement that Sasuke was given a fair trial. He was not put to death even though the action of leaving one village, becoming a missing name was, well, death. Despite every situation, but they claimed that Sasuke was being coerced by the curse mark, so he was not put to death, as he was able to live through this. But however, his situation was not that easy, as he was given a probational period where his mark would be fully sealed away and he wouldn't be able to practice ninja arts. That was a fair trial Naruto saw in his eyes, as he had thought about the several things that Sasuke went through growing up. Despite that, it wasn't an issue to let him off freely, but still, he decided not to push the statement that hard, as Hiruzen agreed with Naruto. So with that, Hiruzen had different plans though, as a special division was going to be created once again. Konoha was becoming too lax, as Hiruzen saw that. That is why he called forward the several people that he had a listing for, as he brought them to his office. He spoke to them about the special division as he gave Naruto a job to bring to these people and told them to arrive tomorrow morning, which they did, as even Mobuki Haruno, Sakura's mother, was called off reserves, as several others arrived. As a special team was formed between several different divisions, but Danzo was also making plans. It seems like he and Anko, something had happened there, as he told her that she had to work for him once again, as this time when she read the scroll it seems he was after Naruto, upon what she didn't exactly know. What did he want with the child? But still, it seems like he had something on her, or maybe it was some long-term dealing or something, seeing that she agreed without even making much of a protest against it. So with that, the divisions were formed, several different groups, as the group that Naruto was placed into was formed, with him. Hana Inazaka, Shino was on his team, Chojo on his team, Teiwai was also on his team as well, as it was quite a functional team with each of them backing up each other's strengths and weaknesses, as they got their first mission outside of the village, to depart as soon as possible. Several things were taking place as Konoha was making a stance, Hiruzen was making a stance, and he was also trying to keep Danzo occupied so he wouldn't do anything risky or dangerous, what he was known for, as Jiraiya thought that it was a risky move to keep Naruto around that man. But Hiruzen would be keeping an eye as well, but for now everything was gonna go as he planned. Well, at least he hoped. As Naruto informed his team about their first mission outside of the village, things were just starting to pick up, things were just starting to get hectic. So yeah guys, it's basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across the Bleach Cafe South, and also guys, remember to stick around for the rest of what tips coming your way, and also yeah, turn on that bell notification, stay posted, and let's leap right into this new episode without wasting more time guys. We begin this episode with Naruto. Tactical meetings were never his forte, as things never go as planned. Yes, some things can work out in certain situations, but things always just went chaotic most times. That is why, as him and his team sat at the edge of the clearing, as he was formulating a plan that will be able to counter everything down there. Alright, what can you tell me, Shino? How many? All but 6 are academy level of chakra. 3 Genins, 2 Chunin level 1s, and one of them high Jonin level. That one feel like you. You mean a Jinjulkin, Naruto question? I believe she's a Win user, though she does not match the scent of the rest of the bandits. She's in the middle of the camp, said Shino. Her chakra feels odd though. Alright, said Naruto. As he turned to his team, you are all Chunin level or higher. I expect you to all be able to take on your assigned task. As they all nodded, change of plans. Choji, take a while. You two will hold off the weaker ones and stopping them from interfering. Shino, Hana, you will take out the Chunins and Genins. Shino, you know which is which. As Naruto taking a breath, I'm going to take on the high Jonin. If Shino is right then, I'm the only one that can. Choji, take a while. Aim to kill. Shino, Hana, incapacitate. Some of them might have bounties on their head. If you identify the Konoha one, kill him. Meanwhile, at the border of Rice and the Fire Nation, Itachi stood in front of a rather elegant door, debating whether or not he should knock. Kisame was in a nearby town restocking supplies for the next few months. I sense you. Get your ass in here, a voice said from inside. I'm in the back room. Itachi stepped in as he began his rather long walk through the decorative house. It always struck him as odd that such a loud and violent person lived in such a nice home. But given her husband was the son of Hiruzen Sarutobi, it made sense. As he walked in to see the person already sitting behind a medical table. It's about time you get here, Itachi. You're 3 days late for your checkup. You better pray to God that it hasn't gotten worse, or I'll kill you myself. Yes, Kono-sensei, Itachi said. Time skip. Training field. 3. Sakura stood in the training field as she waited for her potential sensei, as she wondered what the person could be like. So, a voice said. On instinct she leaped away, pulling a kunai, as the person had snuck up right behind her without her even noticing. Well, at least you passed the first test, as it was an Anvu. Long purple hair and a sword in her back. Are you the one that Naruto told me about? Yes, although I'm slightly surprised. His description of you seems a bit off, but let us not focus on that. I am doing this as a favor. If at any point you show me that you don't have what it takes, I will discontinue your teaching. Understood? The Anvu said. I understand, said Sakura. Good. I have already reviewed your file. Your basics are solid. Nothing too extraordinary. But you have good chakra control. So let us put that to the test. Meanwhile, with Team 1, mass chaos reigned the area as Team 1 lay waste to the bandit camp. It hasn't even been a few minutes yet, and all the occupants were almost dead. Hana and Shino proved to be a rather devastating combo. Shino used his bugs to drain his targets, and Hana and the Heimer triplets taking them down. Choji and Teiwai were the same. Teiwai would trap the targets like Genjutsu and Choji would mow them down. As Naruto was surprised, Choji was rather shy and timid, but when he was fighting he was rather ruthless and devastating. As Naruto felt the high Jonin signature move towards him at a rather calm pace. What's happening? More training? Kurama asks. Have you been asleep this entire time? Naruto asks. What else am I supposed to do? You gave me a tree to sleep under, said Kurama. Wait. The Jinjulki of the Komi. She's a wind type. Wait, she's a Jinjulki, said Naruto, as a girl landed in front of him. Huh. I'm not even here a full week and I find the one I'm looking for. The dark-skinned green-haired girl said. My name is Fu, and you're the one that got me kicked out of my village. The mission request said that you left. I was actually supposed to meet up with Jiraiya after I'm done here. Finding you. Will you please come with me? I really don't want to hurt you, said Naruto. You? Hurt me? Fu started to laugh. There was hate in her eyes. I don't care if you can use your Biju's power. As far as I'm concerned, you're nothing to me, Naruto Uzumaki. I was banished because the council was afraid I would turn out like you. My Biju gave me the strength to match Kage's, and they were afraid of you. As a dark red started to envelop her form. Funny, said Naruto, cause they should fear me worse than they fear you. Just as he said that, golden chakra exploded off of him. The Nanabi give you strength, you say? Well, my partner gave me a whole lot more than that. Fu rushed forward, her arm pulled back. However, despite her speed, the power of the Kyuubi was just dwarfing all of the other tail beasts, and not to mention Naruto's natural strength and speed as well. As he was at 30% right now, he was climbing every time, and she was coming at slow motion. It happened so fast as Fu's brain took a moment to register what just happened. He had moved faster than she could even react. He just vanished. Pure raw speed as she saw the indentation in the ground. He appeared behind her, his sword already off his back. She turned as he proceeded to use the blunt side, as he smacked her with it. She smashed through tents and trees. When she came to a stop, she was about 500 meters away, her chakra cloak receding. Man, I didn't mean to hit her that hard, said Naruto, as everyone looked towards the path of destruction that he had created by hitting her way. If that's 30%, then what is 100? 30% puts you on par with the Nanabi. A Jinchuriki usually can use half of their beast power in that stage. However, our arrangement, you can use all that you can handle. You just hit her with enough power to knock down the one that she carries. Although Komi is one tough son of a bitch, she cannot give her Jinchuriki her resilience. As Naruto approached down Jinchuriki carefully, is she dead? Teiwai asked. As Naruto checked her pulse, no, she's alive, he said. Was she the target of your second mission? Hana asked, as she was healing a large gash on Choji's arm. I heard you say something about leaving with Jiraiya-sama. Yeah, Taki sent us a mission request to recover her. They say that she was taken out of the village, but she said that she was kicked out. We will take her back to the village with us until the old man in Purvis age decide what to do. Meanwhile, with Itachi, it doesn't make sense. You're somehow recovering, Kono said, as she looked towards the young Uchiha in front of her. It's more than I managed to do in the last 3 years. Is my body actually fighting it off? Itachi said, confused. Kono simply shook her head. I have only seen recovery like this once before. And since I know that you're not one of that clan yourself, what is your relationship with the Kyuubi Jinchuriki? And when did you come in contact with the Kyuubi's chakra? She asked. Meanwhile, at the hidden sound, Kabuto, what's wrong with you? Questioned Orochimaru as he looked down towards the teen, who was writhing in agony and pain on the bed. It's chakra poisoning, said Kabuto. Whatever chakra Naruto used while we were fighting, it has gotten into my coils, and it's burning me from the inside out. Damn that brat. Kabuto started to heal himself as he suppressed the pain. Prepare for travel. We leave at dawn, Orochimaru said. Where are we going? Kabuto asked as he sat up. We will find Snatty, I'm sure. If I pay off a chunk of her sizable debt, she will heal you. We will use this opportunity to convince her to side with us. Do your best not to hinder our travels. Time skip. At the Land of Rice border. Alright, from the top. And don't leave any details out, goddammit, said Kono, as she started writing her notebook. As Itachi once again started to tell his interference between the fight between Naruto and Kabuto. He had to wonder how the oldest son of the third Hokage fell in love with this woman. Granted, she was a great medic and a good fighter, their personalities just did not match up. Alright, she said. Was he using Kyuubi's chakra when you held the kunai to his throat? Itachi's eyes widened as he nodded slowly. I swear to God, nothing about that boy is normal. If it wasn't for your shitty clan going traitor, I could study this ability first hand. You're lucky the old man keep me assigned out here, even after Hashi died. Itachi knew from personal experience he should not talk after the female Sarutobi mentioned her husband. Even though Itachi was one of the strongest ninjas in the world, Kono could muster up strength that puts Natty to the test. After a deep sigh, Kono continued. We had discovered that her illness was chakra poisoning. It started when you programmed that eye. However, it seems that the Kyuubi chakra is fighting off that poison because of the heavy antibiotic and chakra cleansers I make you take. Your body has somehow generated the fox chakra, and he's using it to fight off and flush out Shisui chakra out of your body. So the Kyuubi's chakra overpowered Shisui chakra and cleansed me of my illness. Shouldn't the fox chakra burn me from the inside out? Asked Itachi. It should. Who knows, it still might. But for now the pills are flushing out the chakra that is left in your system. You're by no means healthy, but it could be worse. Now get out of here, fishhead. It's about a mile away and I doubt you want him to find out about this. Time skip, Hokage's office. Naruto had already dismissed his team as he walked into Hokage's office with food draped over his shoulder. As he made to the door, he looked at two envoys, one on either side of the door. Can one of you call Tenzo? This one will be a real beast if she wakes up. A few seconds later, said man showed up. Oh hey then Naruto, he said. The target that you and Jiraiya-sama were to retrieve. How did that go? As the man was in Jonin uniform. Oh hey senpai. I never met up with Purvis H. I found her at the bandit camp that we were sent to clear up. Can you let me in? I'd rather not kick another door down. No can do. Officials from Kirin are here. They're in a meeting right now, said Tenzo. Naruto took Fu off his shoulder and placed her on the ground. Damn, she's heavy. Way heavier than she looks. Hey, is one of them red-headed and a green eye and smell like a volcano, Naruto asked. As the envoy's sweat dropped, Tenzo nodded his head. Though I have not gotten a chance to sniff her, I assume that she's the one that you have in. Before he could stop him, Naruto kicked the door open and walked in. Ayo leaped to his feet. Hokage-sama, what is the meaning of this, he said, as he stood between the intruder and me. Oh hi Mei-chan, he said. Old man, I got a Jinju here for you. Meanwhile, with Choji and Teiwaya, as the both of them stood in front of the door of the Namikaze estate. That is what it was called. It looked like an odd, normal two-story house. However, behind the foliage behind the trees, it expanded, as this was just the main house. Whoa, this place is cool. Hey, what happened over there, said Choji as he looked towards the canyon. It looked like when he used that attack on Orochimaru. Teiwaya bristled at that name. She hated that man with a passion. I asked him that as well. Apparently shithead fought off some people that were trying to abduct him. With a loud click, the seal on the door recognized her chakra and a lower inside. As she found Karen chatting with Sakura and Ino on the couch. Oh hey there Pinky Blondie, how's it going? She turned towards Choji first as she pointed. Dining room is in there, kitchen is beside it. Eat up, she said. With how you did today, you're probably hungry. Choji smiled and nodded as he wasn't able to trust his voice. He had a hard time talking to Teiwaya without feeling self-conscious. He almost ran to the kitchen, both because he was hungry and also he didn't want to get teased by Ino. Mission went well, Karen asked. Yeah, the dude can fight. As she took off her sandals and sat in the recliner. Was he that good on your team, she asked Sakura. Naruto has always been strong, but until the Chunin exams, he never really showed it, Sakura said. No, I don't mean shithead, I mean pudgy. He was vicious. When Orochimaru made me study the clans, it didn't say anything about Akimichi's being so aggressive, said Teiwaya. Choji, aggressive? Ino laughed. Don't get me wrong, Choji's a pretty good fighter, but the only time I ever seen him aggressive is when he eats. Bullshit, I watched Pudgy crush anyone that got close, and I saw him swat away a guy right through a tree. Well, the one time I saw him fight like that was when Shikamaru got hurt on a mission. As a look of understanding crossed Ino's face. You said that he crushed anyone that got close. Perhaps were you beside him? Yeah, we were partnered together. I stunned him my genjutsu and Pudgy, knocked them out of the way. As Sakura eyes light up, he has a crush on you. Karen started to laugh. How could anyone have a crush on Teiwaya? She is foul-mouthed, violent, and short. Shut up, Karen. Pudgy's a good guy, but I doubt he has a crush on me. Little did any of them know Choji could hear what they were saying. The walls of the Namikaze house were not that thick, and Choji had good hearing. I do like you, he thought to himself. Well, he's only known her for a day, but there was just something about her. And he also liked her hair a lot as well. As he wasn't eating, as he was just standing there. Rather nervous. Time skip, Hokage's office. So you're the one that has Zabuza's blade. I thought you would be taller back in my day. Swordsmen don't use blades that are taller than himself, Ayo said. You know that I fight off Orochimaru. I fight a Biju, and I became a Jonin, and yet, what everyone always talk about first is my god damn height, said Naruto. Heroes didn't have to stifle a laugh It seems that that subject was a bit touchy for Naruto. Being short isn't bad, my boy. Look at me, I am titled the God of Shinobi. And yet, I am not much taller than a normal 14-year-old. Did your sensei ever make fun of you because of your height, said Naruto. As Naruto knew who Sarutobi sensei was. Thanks to Jiraiya. That's besides the point, Hiruzen said. Anyway, I believe both parties should use a break. Naruto, go to the defensive building and file a report with Danzo. And if you two follow me, I'll lead you to the compound that you'll be staying in. Hiruzen said that with a smile as he looked towards Naruto. Time skip, defensive building, 10 minutes later. Danzo sat in front of Naruto as he looked over the report. Given your history, I'm surprised this report is so well written. When did you write it? I had a clone do it on the way back, while I questioned the team and keep the target secure, said Naruto. I see, rather clever, said Danzo. As he finished the report, I'm surprised you were so ruthless. Many wouldn't have aimed to end the fight as quickly as you did. What's the point of drawing it out? A big battle wouldn't have completed the mission that quickly. It wouldn't be as efficient either. Ever since I fought the Kabuto bastard, I aimed to finish the fight as quickly as possible. Danzo smiled internally as he nodded. I train my pupils to do the same, always have. That is what the second Hokage taught me. I thought the second was Old Man Sensei, said Naruto. Tobirama Sensei had many students. I was lucky enough to be one of them. I see a lot of him in you, almost as much as I see him in Sarutobi. Really? Said Naruto, surprised. And shouldn't you call him Hokage-sama? You don't, said Danzo. As Naruto couldn't argue with that. I see different qualities in you and Sarutobi that I saw in Tobirama Sensei. For example, Sarutobi does not rush decisions, and you have the social grace of a plywood. What? Said Naruto. Tobirama-sama has no filter. Neither do you. Though most of his thoughts were extremely intelligent, but yours vary from idiocy to genius. That and you both have solid sword skills, and also great control over your primary element. That's a rather odd way to compliment someone, said Naruto. If you take it as a compliment, maybe. I was just stating facts. You're the son of one of the most dangerous men in the world. And with the way you are trained, I expect very little less. Yeah, I wonder how strong I would be if I was trained from the beginning, said Naruto. As he was morely talking to himself though. But Danzo heard him. This is my chance to break his loyalty to Sarutobi and groom him how I see fit. A slow smile spread over his face. What if I were to tell you that every aspect of your life went as planned, Danzo said. As Naruto raised the eyebrow at that. Time skip. Torture and Interrogation Department. Ibiki sat across from the last loyal Uchiha. Sasuke had been shockingly open to Ibiki questions, but he didn't like the answers. One more time. Why do you believe that you deserve a second chance in this village? I am the only one that can kill Itachi. You need me to kill him, Sasuke said. So you're saying that Jiraiya, Hokage-sama, Tsunade, they would all fall to Itachi, asked Ibiki. Yes, only a Uchiha can beat a Uchiha, Sasuke said. There was conviction in his tone. Kakashi reports never mentioned this line of thinking. Maybe it's a result of using the curse mark. You know, both Madara and his brother was killed by the first and second Hokage. What make you think that Itachi is any different? Because Itachi killed the entire clan. No one else could have done something like that, Sasuke said. The fourth Hokage killed 452 people, most of them Jonin and Chunin in less than 2 minutes. I don't care about that idiot. He couldn't even survive fighting a Biju. He would never be able to stand up to Itachi, Sasuke said. Are you retarded? Bijus are a mass of limitless energy that can never die under any circumstances. The fort not only stopped it from destroying the village, he sealed it within a child to control the most powerful being on the planet. And what good did that do? That goddamn dope is barely a passable ninja with its power. The fort should have sealed it inside me. That way I could have kept Itachi from killing the clan in the first place. If the dope is strong enough to fight Orochimaru with his power, I would be strong enough to be Hokage of the village right now. I see, Ibiki said. You are retarded. You are trapped in a world that does not exist. Itachi was at Envu level at your age. For the last 5 years, he's only grown stronger. Do you really think that just like that you can become stronger than him? The only person that survived an encounter in your group to survive a chance with him is Namikaze. The dope last name is Uzumaki. I don't care what he says. That talentless orphan could never be the son of Yellow Flash, Sasuke said. Now he was praising the man that he just slandered a moment ago. I'm the strongest of our class. I beat Haku. I fought off Orochimaru in the Forest of Death. The dope can't hold a candle to me. Ibiki was rather calm. That dope you're talking about just got back from a B-rank mission, which he proceeded to capture an A-rank ninja single-handedly. He was able to knock her out with one strike. That dope is the youngest special Konoha Jonin ever. That dope you're talking about has defeated 2 other Jinchuriki in live combat. That dope you're speaking of is so far ahead of you that you're not even in his shadow, stated Ibiki with a smirk. Even Orochimaru believe that he's stronger. If you don't believe me, look at this. As he pulled out a bingo book from his coat, as he opened it to the first page. Sasuke Uchiha, affiliation, Konoha, threat level C, rank, Genin. Solid Chunin level in Tai, Ninjutsu and Genjutsu, fire affinity. Has the Heaven Curse seal, which boosts strength to speed of low level Jonin, possesses Sharingan, capture on sight. That's all Orochimaru think of me. A C rank threat, Sasuke thought. Ibiki then flipped the page. Naruto Uzumaki, affiliation Konoha, threat level A, rank, special Jonin, of Ninjutsu. Kyuubi Jinchuriki, high Chunin in Taijutsu, Kinjutsu and Genjutsu, high Jonin in Ninjutsu. Uses water, earth and wind chakra at high levels. Possess the Executioner Blade. Can use the Kyuubi's chakra to increase power and speed to Kage levels. Kill on sight. Sasuke seated in rage as he read the page. Even Orochimaru thought the dope was stronger than him. To tell you the truth, if you check your ego and actually see your own strength, you might be able to catch up to Naruto in a couple of years. You heard me. As Ibiki saw the look on his face, you are a talented, cunning ninja. Just you need to get your head out of your ass and put away that overinflated ego. I see no reason why you couldn't be a Jonin, even Anbu in time. As Ibiki got to his feet, your session with Inoichi will begin very soon. But remember what I said, get your head out of your ass or you probably won't live past Chunin. Inoichi will be here momentarily to wipe your mind of any damage that was done by the curse mark. With that he left. Time skip. Hokage's office. It was late in the night as Sir Toby finished his paperwork. The meeting with the Kiri delegates had gone well, as he could see a great alliance, especially if the young woman sided with them. Not to mention the Jinchuriki that Naruto brought back. If she came over to his village, Konoha would be able to house the 7 and 9 tails. If we can train them properly and gain the partnership that Naruto has with his beasts, we can build a field war deterrent for years to come. It was then that Hiruzen felt it. An intense load of malice, raw rage. It was pure anger. The doors buckled before they exploded. When the dust and smoke cleared away, Naruto stood there. As the look on his face, he was livid. Old man, do not lie to me, said Naruto. Did you ruin my childhood to make me stronger, like Danzo said? Naruto, what are you talking about? Why have you blasted down my door? Danzo, you bastard. You choose now to break his loyalty to me. We had a plan. The chakra around Naruto's spike as he started to turn gold in color. Hokage! Is what he said true? Sir Toby flashed his chakra 3 times, alerting the Anbus that they were to evacuate and set up a perimeter. This was gonna get messy. Unfortunately, yes. Danzo and I have been creating warriors like this for some time. Orochimaru and Jiraiya both had tough childhood, and they grew into incredible ninjas. Same with your father and Kakashi. Both had bad childhood and grew to be outstanding shinobis. So you made my chakra hell. All for me to be stronger. Black markings started to spread across the golden cloak as a circle came in Naruto's chest. Your life was gonna be hell either way. The council let your condition slip, and they did not know about your parentage. Me and Danzo kept the physical violence away from you and saved you from a true, hellish life. What I did is nurture your spirit. Every time your will grew weak, I was there to strengthen you. Every ounce of strength and independence that you have today is because we did not coddle you. You asshole! Bam! Naruto moved like a golden blur. Hiruzen crashed into the streets. He looked around as there was no one there, as a strong fist collided into his face. But Sarutobi was not the god of shinobi for nothing. He ducked under the next punch, knowing that Naruto needed to blow off this steam, otherwise it will prove to be detrimental. He tried to kick Naruto back, only for his leg to bounce off Naruto's chest. The golden cloak had come around him like a suit. Incredible. The chakra aspect enhanced every part of his body. As Sarutobi dodged another kick, his speed is tremendous. I'm having problems keeping up. As Naruto's speed was increasing as he fought, as he couldn't help but be so pissed off that his childhood had to be such hell for this, as he was causing a lot of damage though. However, before he could land the next strike, an arm caught his. As Naruto looked up to see a blackened and Sharingan set of eyes looking back at him. Enough. I did not inform you of your circumstances so that you would attack the Hokage. Think about what you're doing, said Danzo, as Sarutobi looked at the back of his once best friend. He thought Naruto enough threat to use that arm. Naruto allowed the cloak to fade as he looked around at the destruction that he caused. It's quite alright, said Sarutobi, seeing the cloak fading away. With what you've learned in the last few hours, as he looked towards Danzo, it was a new training exercise that went too far. Spurred the word that Naruto Namikaze was tasked to play the infiltrator, and he was injured in the test. Danzo nodded as he slid his hand back in his robe. As he started to walk away, for what it's worth, it wasn't an easy task to stop you. As Sarutobi looked towards Naruto seriously, I understand that emotions ran high, but restrain yourself from now on. I will not be able to cover up another episode. As Naruto did not apologize to him. Understood, he said. Why? Why didn't you help me more when I was a child then, he asked. Sarutobi stood beside Naruto as he released a sigh. The people of this village need a leader that can handle pressure and strain. I am old, and I want my replacement to have a will of steel, forged by fire, and tempered by passion. You remind me of a sensei, Naruto. With everything you have gone through so far, and coming out on top, you remind me just of my sensei. And I can't help but be proud of you. When Naruto looked back up, he no longer saw the old man. He saw a warrior that had to make tough decisions. As his aura returned back to normal, his chakra stopped flaring. As Sarutobi smiled. You and your team is to meet Jiraiya at the North Gate at 6 tomorrow morning. He will give you the assignment. Time skip. Torture the interrogation department. Ibiki walked in with a sigh when Danzo gave him this assignment. He didn't think that he'd be breaking the Uchiha bad habits 2 to 3 times a day. But today was different and he could feel it. Not because he heard Uncle breaking one of her new toys in the other room. No, because for the first day Sasuke willingly made his way towards the interrogation room. As Ibiki moved through the halls wondering what he would see. As he reached the door, he heard nothing coming from the room. As Ibiki opened the door to find Sasuke looking at him with a blank expression, Ibiki moved to his chair and sat down. For a few moments Sasuke said nothing, until he finally spoke. I swore allegiance to Konoha. I want to be your apprentice, Sasuke said. As Ibiki raised an eyebrow. Time skip. Hidden stone. In the council chamber, a group had formed. Quietly they spoke. They used no names. No faces could be seen. So Konoha is meeting with the rebel faction as we speak. Yes, if you aid the Mizukage, he will target Konoha after he wins this pesky war. He's tired of his bloodline ruining his village. Well, if it means hurting Konoha, then I'm all for it. Word is that Konoha is sending a Jinchuriki to fight Yagura. If they do, then we can target him and we can finally end Namikaze once and for all. Time skip. You know where she is, Pervisage? Naruto questioned. As he strolled up to the gate, Jiraiya was standing there. I know where she was last sighted, and Snady has a pattern that she follows. We should be able to find her in a week, as Jiraiya had kept tabs on her. His face then became serious. I saw your conversation with those two last night. You should know better than to lose yourself in that kind of situation. Those two had been at this game for far longer than I'd been alive. Naruto hung his head. I know. I just couldn't hold it in. To be told that my childhood was in their hands, and they chose to force me to grow up. Don't worry too much about it, Jiraiya said mostly to himself. When those two plan something out, it's mostly foolproof. Those two? You mean Danzo and Old Man are working together, said Naruto. That suspicion has been plaguing his mind. There are some things in this world that some people cannot comprehend. The relationship between my sensei and Danzo is one of them. You can learn a lot from both of them even if it's by avoiding their control over you. He then turned his head. Well, I'll be damned. The whole team showed up right on time. Jiraiya had to admit he was a bit impressed by the team. First he spotted Hana Inazaka, Tsume eldest. She was a good fighter and a medic as well. She would be a great asset for any team. And maybe she could keep the blood in check. Next was Aberme, she knew if he had to guess. Because the boy had his father's care. He might not be good at hand-to-hand fighting, but he was a whiz with his bugs and a sound strategist. And the long-range support that the Aberme clan offered was immensely great for any team. As he then spotted Choji, Choza's son, a taijutsu and possibly ninjutsu powerhouse, who had more loyalty than probably Inazaka K9. It was then that he noticed the way he was looking at the last member. It seems the child had a crush on her. Teiwai he knew was a competent fighter, having been one of Orochimaru's personal guards. As a genjutsu expert and summoner, she was a force to be reckoned with. And unless he was seeing things, she also occasionally glanced at Choji as well. They were most definitely an assault squad. As the group approached, Shino, who seemed to be second in command, spoke. "We are ready, Naruto Teiko," he said. "It is a pleasure to work with you, Jiraiya-sama." "Don't sweat it, kid," said Jiraiya with a smile. "No, this mission could last from within a day to a month. I will lead with Naruto's second in command," as the rest of the group nodded. "Our mission is a S-rank retrieval and escort. The rank is a mixture of the importance and the danger of the target. We will move slowly in two groups to avoid suspicion. 6 ninja in a team would look odd, and we don't want anyone to start questioning us." "And who is the target?" Hana asked. "Tsunade Senju," said Jiraiya. Meanwhile, with the Shinigami, "Seems like the fat one liked the red head," said Zabuza. "Hey, do we get any more channel on this thing?" "Why? You want to make sure your girlfriend makes it home okay," Kushina teased, as she and Minato spar in the realm that they were in. "And you really shouldn't call Akemichi fat. They don't like it." "Would you let it go already?" said Zabuza as he reached for his blade. As he remembered he didn't have it. Oh yeah. Gave it to the kid. Stupid brat. "Please don't stir about my son like that," said Minato. "Which one? Because apparently, you have 2 of them. Not only did you and the Red Death have a child together, but you even hooked up with Mikoto Uchiha." "Yep," said Minato rather happily. "We should ask if Mikoto can join us here." As Kushina, instead of being angry, she seemed to giggle. As she found it amusing, or if she liked it, Zabuza did not know. Well, despite their reputation, they were a couple of perverts, it seems. Time skip. At the border of Ryzen country, Tsunade was making her way, as she heard that there was an interesting anomaly in one of the Saratobi patients that involved the Kyuubi chakra. She had to find out what exactly it was. As she knocked and waited for the woman to answer. "Who is the— Oh, Tsunade. Come on in." As Tsunade made her way inside. "How is it that this woman is the best medical nin besides me and Shizune?" As Kono stepped forward, as she realized she wasn't with her companions. "Where's Shizune and Tauntaun?" "They're pricing some supplies at the market." "So, you found something remarkable?" "Yeah, I found an old scroll in Hashi things. I figure you could give it to the brat when you see him." As she tossed Tsunade a small scroll. "What's this?" asked Tsunade. "Some ninjutsu that Hashi was working on with Asuma. Figuring that you're gonna see little Naruto soon, you can give those to him. After all, he has a wing of Inte. I haven't seen Naruto since his first birthday. I'll give it to Jiraiya next time I see him." As she pocketed the scroll. "You will see Jiraiya-sama soon too, and Tsume daughter, but that is neither here or there. As you know, there was no cure for Project X chakra poisoning," said Kono as she sat down and handed her a plain looking folder. "Wait, are you saying you found a cure?" asked Tsunade. As she looked over the last checkup. "No. The Kyuubi Jinjulki did." Time skip. Route 7, halfway to border. Hana walked side to side with Jiraiya, as Teiwaya was about 4 steps behind. Hana could not understand the Sanin, neither for that fact Naruto. Both had been the reported dead last of their class, but it was common knowledge that Jiraiya had skipped class back then to peep in the bathhouses. only for them to pass their Chunin exams, become Jonins at remarkable age, and they're considered the best of their generation. And yet they both acted like complete total morons outside battle. Jiraiya looked towards her. "Something troubling you?" he asked. "Jiraiya-sama, are all great ninjas so weird?" Her hand flew over her mouth, as it just slipped out. Jiraiya, on the other hand, started to laugh, as he found it amusing, especially the way she covered her mouth. "Yes," he said, "every single one of us is weird. The weirder you are usually, the stronger you are. However, sometimes the weak grow into a weirder trait to portray power." The both of them were confused. As he elaborated, all ninja need a vice. No normal human can handle the strain, mentally or physically, without an outlet. For example, mine is perversion. Although I keep away from the taboo section, and I do my best to avoid those that are too young. Guy dedicated his time to his students and training, allowing to forget the past, and also give him a better outlook towards the future. Let's see. Minato Namikaze and Tobirama Senju were notorious for losing themselves into seal making. In fact, Minato once spent 28 hours straight on his Harashin seal. Everyone has a vice or two, sometimes 20. What about Shithead? What's his vice, said Teiwaya? I mean, he's my age and he easily, Johnny never. He even went toe to toe with the snake bastard and walk away. Well, Naruto hasn't found one yet. He carried everything he's ever endured with him. Maybe that's why he's so strong, Jiraiya thought to himself. Meanwhile, at the land of Wave. Hey mom, he's waking up. Give him some room, Inari. He must be tired, and I don't think he wants to be annoyed while he rests. As Nami and Inari looked at the pale-skinned young man that laid in their guest bed, as he opened his eyes they were surprised by the purple eyes. Hello young man, my name is Nami and this is Inari. He's the one that found you on the beach. What's your name? Call me Sugetsu, he said. You wouldn't happen to have any water, would you? He asked. Meanwhile, with Snatty. So you believe he's cured? As she looked over the files in front of her. It has yet to be determined. The chakra poison that he got from the eye is gone, eradicated by the Kyuubi's chakra. But from what I've seen, the Kyuubi's chakra can be much more poisonous. But we have a bigger problem though. Bigger than him dying. What could be worse than that, said Snatty. Well, the seal has broken. His appearance is already starting to change slightly. That's not good. If it gets out that he's the son of Minato, the entire world might lose their collective sanity. I need to find Jiraiya. He's the only one that can fight Itachi long enough to place a new seal on him. That won't do any good. We both know the most that we can do is stop the transforming, leaving him a mix between Minato and Fukaku. It should be about 5 years before he reverts back to what he looked like. And who knows what will happen by that time. 5 years to revert back to his natural physical appearance. That kind of change could do some physical damage, said Snatty. Oh yeah, but I can fix that. Meanwhile at Konoha Defensive Department, Shikamaru stood across from Shio. As her knowledge could even rival his intellect. Well, keep up. A map was on the table before them, of the border between Rice and the fire. If I was Orochimaru, where would I hide, Shio said, as she was most likely talking to herself. From what we were given, there are 4 bases. 1 north, 1 south, 1 east, and 1 west. He would have to be in the south base or one of the middle ones, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to get to the Valley of the End, stated Shikamaru. It's too bad we don't have a spy in Land of Rice to report to us, said Shio. Nah, that would be too easy. The damn authors would never make it that easy for us. What? Said Shio. Nothing. It's troublesome to explain, said Shikamaru. The authors? Said Shio to herself. Does Shikamaru know about them as well? I think I'm in love, she thought. Maybe she isn't that troublesome, said Shikamaru as he looked towards her. Meanwhile, the Haiku compound. Hinata stood tall over Hanabi. As the girl was on the ground, a few bruises over her body. Her new style is rather violent, Neji said, as he stood beside Hayashi. I had no idea gentle fists could be so destructive. Indeed, it reminds me of your father, however. I never thought it would be Hinata that would adopt the brutal fist style. With her natural flexibility, she can easily target vulnerable points while avoiding natural strikes. I wish I had known before she became a genin. Things would have been different if I had. Father, I want to spar with Neji next. Hinata said as she pushed her hair behind her ears. Good luck, Neji, said Hayashi. I advise you do not hold back. Meanwhile, Hokage's tower. Mei and Ao sat in the office, but this time they were accompanied by the Green Beasts and Kakashi Hatsuki. These two will escort you to the border. From there, we will start to ship resources to you in disguise various ways. If it comes to the point where we can spare a few high-level ninja, we will do so. In return, we expect full compensation. Once you win the war, of course, stated Sarutobi. Thank you, Lord Hokage. I look forward to repaying your kindness when we win this war. Could I ask one last personal favor, she said. And what would that be, he said. Please look after Naruto. He has become an embodied something that is very special to me, she said. Hiruzen merely smiled. I will indeed, he said, as Kakashi and Guy escorted the both of them out of the room. Meanwhile, with the interrogation department, have you given any thought to what I said earlier, asked Ibiki, as he looked towards Sasuke. Yes. And I will. On two conditions. First is that Yamnaka take me to my memories and make me remember something from when I was younger. Very well, Inuichi can do that in your monthly. Stipulations. What is the second? I want to know who the second Jinchuriki that Naruto fought. And I want to speak with Naruto. Meanwhile, with Fu. Her vision was blurry as she got off the bed that she was lying on. Whoa there girl, take it easy. You had it rough. The drugs probably aren't out of your system yet. The voice sounded like female as Fu heard it. If she's anything like Naruto, she's probably hungry. Another voice said. This one sound male. As Fu turned to see two people behind bars, looking at her. Who are you people? Where am I? And don't compare me to that bastard Naruto, she said. Why don't she like the kid? Asked Uncle. Probably because he was the one that defeated her, Inuichi said. As he turned to her. Hello, Fu, he said. My name is Inuichi Yamanaka. I'm here to inform you that your village has signed you over to us. What does that mean? I'm your prisoner now, she said. Only if you choose to be. Because our villages are allies, and they sign your shinobi license over to us. You could become a shinobi of the leaf, or you could become a prisoner, or we could remove your biju and seal it into another shinobi. And what makes you think I'll be treated any better here than in my old village? Jinchuriki have no good life. Plus I don't know anyone here, and I don't have any money. I don't want to just live on the street. If you choose to become a ninja for a village, you will be given a place to stay, and D and C rank missions in the village, until your probational period passed, said Uncle. And what about people here accepting me? Fighting with my biju power is my primary mode of combat. Everyone would know the second I fought, said Fu. Really? It's your combat motive type? Do you know how to fight like a normal ninja? Asked Inuichi, as he walked up to the door and opened it. Come with us, please. Regardless of your decision, we have to give you a mental evaluation as a part of the transfer. She answered his question. I do know to fight, she said, but I'm barely Chunin level. Without my biju, I was taught to end fight quickly, without a second guess. So I always rely on the power of the biju. Let me guess, the evaluation was from Shibuki, she said. Speaking about the leader of Taki. Well, he always wanted me to get one. As long as I don't have to work with that Naruto asshole, I'll be okay, she said. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, yeah, 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post every single day for you guys to enjoy. But I'm off for now, see you guys soon. Peace, guys.